Good evening and welcome to the first episode of Active Defense. I'm Eric. You will see several fully searchable articles of guns used in self-defense or as a deterrent. These are just a few of many thousands of such stories that you will be able to see each week. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can be kept in the loop. Also, please make sure to add in your own thoughts down below, sharing your own stories for me to put on video, linking other such for other people to see, etc. Please also share these stories with your friends, especially those who don't think they happen, who think it's just a unicorn, it's fiction. We're going to prove them wrong. Let's begin.
Hello everyone, and now we have our first story to go over. This is from News 7 from April 17, 2020, and right here, a man over in Cherokee, Colorado was accused of shooting at home and charged with attempted murder. So as we can read from the story, the deputies charged a man after they say he got into a shootout with a homeowner and fired several shots at a home with people inside in Cherokee County early Friday morning. 21-year-old William Paxton Logan was arrested and charged with 6 counts of attempted murder, discharging a firearm into a dwelling, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and malicious damage to personal property. According to the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, the suspect had been in an argument with another person in the yard of a home on Furnace Mill Road and was asked to leave the property shortly after midnight. Investigators said that when Logan pulled out a gun and threatened the homeowner, they said the homeowner went back into his home, retrieved a rifle, and again asked the suspect to leave. So even the homeowner was still trying to use his words to end the encounter. But then deputies said the suspect began firing into the home and the homeowner returned fire, the sheriff's office said. So, as you can see, the responsible gun owner trying as best he can to use his words to end it, and then, in this case, the perpetrator decided to initiate by firing the shots and the homeowner returned fire to defend his home. A good guy with a gun defending his home. The home and vehicle were struck by gunfire, according to investigators. Cherokee County deputies said there were 2 adults outside and 4 other people inside the home, including a small child. That's what this perpetrator was shooting at, including a small child. Investigators found the handgun in a rear yard. The sheriff's office said they found Logan walking down the road and was taken into custody. Logan is being held in Cherokee County Detention Center. No injuries were reported. Now again, this is from back in 2020, but this is what a good guy with a gun can do, defending his home. So let's move on to the next story. The story is from April 18, 2020. Fairfield News, a man with a machete flees homeowner with a gun. So someone was being stupid with a machete. Police update on April 18, 2020 at approximately 3:21 a.m. a homeowner in the 800 block of Stratfield Road reported that he found an unknown subject in his home after he was awakened by dogs. It was reported that the subject fled from the home after being confronted by the armed homeowner. Now, can you imagine being a homeowner? You're trying to sleep. This is obviously at 3:21 a.m. So you're trying to sleep. You're sleeping here, and this guy's wandering through your home. That's scary. So the subject was described by the homeowner as a male wearing dark clothing. The homeowner believes the suspect may be known to him from a previous incident which occurred in another town. It appears that this incident was not a random act, and we believe there is no danger to the public of residents in the surrounding area. The incident remains under investigation at this time. Anyone with information or video footage has to contact the Fairfield Police Detective Bureau. Now, this homeowner is obviously going to defend himself and defend his property as he's, trying to sleep. So 324. at least that's when the report was taken. A man called police to report that a man entered his home in the 800 block of Stratfield Road. The homeowner pointed a firearm at the intruder, and then the intruder fled. Police are investigating. Again, a good guy with a gun was being he wasn't just being like a Rambo guy, just randomly shooting holes. He pointed his gun, and the guy fled. That's usually what a responsible homeowner will do. If you're noticing a small trend, even from the beginning stories, the responsible gun owner will try to always use their words before discharging the firearm or just pointing it, using it as a deterrent. So let's go on from there. This story over here from April 8, 2020, from Fox 8. So these are all stories that are actual news stories that I'm linking to you here. So this is not just random BS personal stories that have no corroboration. These are actual reported stories. So it's Ashboro man arrested after caught during burglary, held at gunpoint by victim, deputies say. So this guy, at this point, the victim was trying to defend himself and was trying to act as a good Samaritan of sorts by not acting like the police, but holding this perpetrator essentially at custody until the deputies could get there. We're going into the story. Randolph County, an Ashboro man is in custody after a victim allegedly caught him stealing from one of his cars, according to Randolph County Sheriff's Office. This can be scary, obviously. He found him trying to steal one of his cars at 4:37 a.m. Wednesday, so the guy is barely waking up. Deputies responded to a burglary in progress at 3700 block of Old Lexington Road. At the scene, deputies found the man sitting on the ground next to a carport with the burglary victim holding him at gunpoint. The victim put away the gun when the deputies arrived, so he's being very responsible, being respectful of their authority, knowing that they are there. That he put the gun away so as to not be a threat to the deputies, but he's obviously still keeping himself in a safe position with the perpetrator. The suspect, Alfred Seth Spivey, 28 of Ashboro, was taken into custody and searched. Deputies say they found a driver's license, social security card, multiple credit cards and papers, all with various identities, as well as ammunition and electronics. The victim told the sheriff's office he was leaving for work when he noticed 2 of his vehicles had been ransacked. I can imagine that kind of scary situation. He was leaving for work when he's noticing this kind of an issue. This is why it's good to keep concealed pistol on you at all times whenever possible. He went back inside to tell others and get his gun. Obviously to tell them to stay inside and keep him safe. When he came back, he heard a noise in the carport and reportedly found Spivey trying to hide in the front passenger seat of one of his vehicles. Now, can you imagine getting in the driver's side and seeing this guy in the passenger side? That'd be scary as heck. Good thing you found him earlier than that. The victim said he told the man to get out of the car at gunpoint before calling 911 and waiting for deputies. Stolen items with names were returned to the people whose names were listed. The victim said they had been unknowingly taken from vehicles in the 2600 and 3700 blocks of Old Lexington Road. Spivey was charged with 5 counts of felony breaking or entering a motor vehicle, 5 counts of felony financial card theft, 4 counts of misdemeanor larceny, and 4 counts of misdemeanor possession of stolen goods. Again, another very scary situation that was averted by a good guy with a gun. From KVUE, Fredericksburg, woman shoots and kills alleged home intruder, 19. The Gillespie County Sheriff's Office believes drug use is a factor. Here we go first to our KVUE. Fredericksburg woman shoots and kills alleged home intruder 19. Gillespie County Sheriff's Office believes drug use was a factor. I was hoping that there'd be a video, but apparently the video doesn't work very well, so unknown error occurred. But anyways, continuing on. The story was published April 12th, 2020. Fredericksburg, Texas. The Gillespie County Sheriff's Office is investigating reports of a fatal shooting and home invasion early Saturday morning. Deputies responded to the residence on the 15,000 block of Ranch Road, 965, around 12:45 a.m. As you can tell, there's been a pretty consistent time frame on it. It's usually early in the morning or late at night. This happens. It's usually when this kind of stuff is probably going to be happening. Only a really brazen guy is going to try and do this kind of stuff during the middle of the day. But yeah, just be aware. After the caller reported an intruder had been shot by a person inside the home. Officials said the homeowner, 73-year-old Curtis Royce, so 73-year-old gentleman, was asleep when he heard a loud banging noise outside. Then he discovered a young man on his back patio who, when confronted, pushed his way inside through the patio door and began to assault Royce with a blunt object. Reportedly, then put Royce into a chokehold, causing him to lose consciousness. Deputies said Roy's fiancée is 65-year-old Melody Lumgen. Fiancée. It's a nice, very mature relationship there. He pled several times for the man to stop assaulting him, but the man did not comply. She then retrieved a handgun from the bedroom and fired a warning shot. The deputy said the alleged intruder continued his assault. I don't know, maybe drug-fueled. Whatever. Continuing on. When she noticed Royce was not moving, Lumpkin then reportedly fired another shot, striking the man in the head. When Royce regained consciousness, officials said they called 911. The suspect was later identified as Cleto Mary Solorzano, 19, of Fredericksburg. He was treated by Fredericksburg Fire and EMS and taken to Country Memorial Hospital and later to University Hospital at San Antonio. He was later pronounced dead. While the investigation is ongoing, the Sheriff's Office suspects drug use may have been involved, and it's considered an isolated incident. But in this case, a good guy, or in this case, a good woman with a gun, defending her man from a home invasion. Obviously, people who are trained in their use can be able to employ them effectively for their own defense, which is very good. Continuing on the next story, and I believe this one also comes with the video, April 12th, 2020. Illinois police released surveillance video after homeowner fatally shot masked intruder. So this is obviously not the same video as the last one. This is from Illinois. Police in Arlington Heights, Illinois released this home surveillance video showing a home invasion in which a homeowner shot and killed one of the armed assailants. Doorbell video of the April 4th fatal encounter in the North Chicago suburb obtained through the Freedom of Information Act shows two men wearing surgical masks and gloves ringing the doorbell of a home in North Evergreen Avenue. Unedited video was leaked on the internet days before the release. Police said the two assailants, Bradley Finan and Larry Brodax, don't know if I pronounced those correctly, I don't really care honestly because they're the assailants, were armed with a gun and a knife, and they were forced their way into the home with the intent to rob the family. The homeowner fought back, chasing Finan outside and punched him to the ground as seen in the video. The homeowner then returned inside the home, out of view of the camera, where police said he found Brodax pointing a gun at his wife and two children. Police said this is very scary. Homeowner retrieved the family gun from the safe and confronted Brodax. Police said during a struggle, the homeowner fired a single shot into Brodax's abdomen. He fell to the ground and died in the home, police said. There's a father who's defending his family. Finan, 38, of Chattanooga, Tennessee, was arrested nearby and later charged with felony murder and 2 counts of home invasion, police said. A Cook County judge ordered Finan held without bail, due back in court April 21st in Rolling Meadows. That's about it for the story. And now let's go ahead and move on to the actual video. Helps find that.
Thanks for watching, and if you're willing, please consider donating at the Patreon link down below so that I can continue to improve the quality of the videos, as well as to increase their exposure so the YouTube algorithm puts them right in front of more eyes. Have a good night.